bhvr has released the balance changes and all the quality of life changes that are coming with Five Nights at Freddy's Springtrap public test build for patch 9.0.0. So in today's video, we're going to take a look at all of these changes that are coming tomorrow. First up, it's the changes to the Go Next prevention. A new system has been added to determine if a player is trying to get out of a match so they can go to the next one. So if the system decides that the player is trying to eliminate themselves, that they will receive a disconnection penalty point. We don't know what the system looks like yet, but I like that because players can't know and do what they can to get around this penalty and still get out of the match. So if you're going to quit the match, you're going to have to disconnect and get a penalty. So hopefully this will leave players with the mindset to just play the match and work through whatever problem they are facing that's causing them to want to quit and help their team. Now, I don't fully agree with this because we all bought the game, and if we want to get out of the match, then we should be able to get out without getting a penalty. If we want to quit the match, we should be allowed to quit and just have a bot put in or have another player join in the match like they do in Call of Duty. Also, the option to take chances on first hook has been taken away unless certain perks like slippery meat, up the ante, or a luck offering are being used. Also, survivors will no longer be able to be killed if they miss 2 skill checks while on the hook. What do you guys think? Is this a fair change, or do you agree with it? Let me know down below. Second, we have something I feel all Survivor players have been waiting for, and that's the extreme hiding update. The AFK detection system has been updated. The system has been updated so that the game identifies when players aren't contributing to a match. The crow system will be like before, but with the addition of players losing collision so they can't grief and body block others, while also preventing the killers from holding survivors hostage. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this, but I do feel if you come into a match, you should be ready to play. There should be 1 crow and the killer is notified, not 3. I think that's too long. Overall, this change isn't too thrilling to me. I feel it still needs work though. I think the player who is not contributing should be losing points or losing pips or a complete rank. Something that will hurt the progression and blood point earnings. What do you think? It's finally here. The blood web has been updated. The devs have added an auto blood web button that allows you to set how many levels you want to automatically progress through the web, as long as you have enough blood points, of course. This has been requested for so long by the community, and it's nice to see that it's been addressed. The Mori system also received an update, so it can be now activated when 2 or more survivors are dead and the second last survivor is hooked and on the struggle phase. Also, when the final survivor is in the healing, injured, or dying state. In the dev notes, they said that the killers will be able to activate their Mori earlier, but victory has to be assured first. This removing the need for any hooked survivors to be sacrificed. They say this will allow players on both sides to get back in the action sooner. My take on this is that if they are going to have this system be in place, at least it'll be quicker to end the match and get into your next one if you're on the hook as the second last survivor or the last survivor on the ground. What thoughts do you have for this change? Map offerings were next to get an update, and now when they are being used, it's no longer a guarantee that survivors will be sent to that map offerings realm. Using multiple map offerings no longer stack, and map gameplay affecting offerings are treated as secret during the loading screen reveal to create a sense of surprise. I personally don't like this, and it may not be a popular opinion, so let me know in the comments what you think. But I feel if you pay for the offering with your blood points, you should be able to go there unless another player uses another offering to block it. The next update was the spawn rules. Survivors will now spawn as close together as possible, even though I really feel that this was already a thing. Next, the survivors will spawn on the same floor where it's applicable, and the killers will not spawn at the center of smaller maps. They also changed the name of the Shroud of Separation offering to the Shroud of Vanishing, and changed its effects to eliminate offerings that change survivor spawn locations. The name of Shroud of Binding was also changed to Shroud of Separation, and also changed its effects to spawn survivors apart from one another. Next, we have gamma adjustment settings updated for consoles. A video category was added to the graphics settings menu, and also added a brightness setting to the video category to adjust gamma. In the dev notes, that light and dark is a massive part of Dead by Daylight, and it's hard to find a balance on console. So the gamma setting will give console players more control over this to help improve the gaming experience, and with more control over how light and dark elements are displayed. Custom match improvements are next on the update list. The number of spectator slots has been increased to 5, while hotkey inputs were added to spectating to quickly switch the view to specific characters and to cycle through character views one by one. Controller support was also added for these improvements. They also let us know that more improvements are coming to custom matches. The artist got a minor update which was having several of her add-ons adjusted, which weren't shown to us for some reason. Now the Lich, he received a lot of updates, including getting all of his spells at the start of the trial. All his spells have reduced cooldowns. His Dispelling Sphere projectiles move quickly when first cast, but slows down over time. The Killer Instinct notification duration was increased once survivors exited the Dispelling Sphere. The attack cooldown period was increased after the fly ends, while the duration and movement speed of the fly was also increased. The Mage Hand was also adjusted to make it move more consistent for both killers and survivors, resolving a known bug. The effects of magic items when casted with the associated spell were also increased. And the last thing that was done? The last thing was, several of his add-ons were adjusted. The following killer perks received some minor updates, including Call of Brine, Dark Devotion, Hex Retribution, Machine Learning, Superior Anatomy, Terminus, Thrilling Tremors, and Thwack. Some survivor perks also received some minor updates, including Botany Knowledge, Champion of Light, Counterforce, Desperate Measures, Empathic Connection, Exaltation, and Light-Footed. These changes are in hopes to increase their viability. For both of these killer and survivor updates, we'll learn more when the patch notes come out. I would like to know your thoughts on all of these changes I covered today, so let me know your thoughts down below. And as always, thanks for watching.